Hello dear students, welcome to the subject Database Management System. This is the third video on introduction chapter we are continuing with. In this video, we are going to study about users of the database. The users of the database mainly divided into two categories. The first category is actors on the scene. The second category is workers behind the scene. What is the meaning of actors on the scene? In the sense, those who actually use and control the database content and those who design, develop and maintain the database applications called as actors on the scene. Workers behind the scene, those who design and develop the DBMS software and its related tools, and the computer systems operators called as workers behind the scene. Actors on the scene, if we say in brief, whose jobs involve the day-to-day use of the large databases are referred as actors on the scene, and those who work to maintain the database system environment but who are not actively interested in the database itself are referred as workers behind the scene. In the sense, the people, those who are not interested in the database itself, means they don't want or they are not interested in the operations of the DBMS what we perform, but they are interested in implementing or building the database modules. Those are workers behind the scene. Actors on the scene. Actors on the scene are divided into different categories again: database administrators, database designers, end users, and system analysts. In that, the first one, database administrators, DBAs. In any organization where many people use the same resources, there is a need for chief administrator to oversee and manage these resources. In a database environment, the primary resource is the database itself, and the secondary resource is the database management system and its related softwares. Administering these resources is the responsibility of database administrator. And DBA, database administrator, is responsible for the following duties: authorizing users to access the database, coordinating or monitoring the database use, acquiring hardware or software as needed. In the sense, database administrator gives the authority to access the database. Take an example of college database, in which student details will be stored, faculty's details will be stored, subject details, exam details, result details, everything related to college is stored in the college database. When the student access the database, they will get the view of only viewing the student details as well as results. Whereas the student is not able to modify the results, they can only view. Only that authority is given to the student, whereas faculty is having the authority to update the marks, to delete the marks, or to make any updations related to their own subject. They are authorized for that particular thing, whereas principal will have the accessibility for all the subjects, whereas the faculties will have the authority to make any changes, to add or delete or to modify to their own subject whichever is allotted for them, even though they are also not having the authority to access or to modify other subject which they are not handling, whereas the principal is having the authority to view any information related to college. Getting how the database administrator give the authority. Then coordinating, monitoring the database use, and if any hardware is needed or software is needed, acquiring those is also a responsibility of database administrator. The next user is database designers. Database designers are responsible for identifying the data to be stored, responsible for choosing an appropriate way to organize the data, They also define views for different categories of users. The final design must be able to support the requirements of all the user groups. These tasks are mostly undertaken before the database is actually implemented and the populated with the data. Before the implementation of the database and before inserting the data into the database, these all tasks has to be undertaken by the database designers. It is the responsibility of the database designers to communicate with all prospective database users in order to understand their requirements and to create a design that meets these all requirements. Whichever the requirement is given by the user, those all requirement has to be met by the database, or it has to satisfy all the requirements which is needed by the user. That is the responsibility of database designer. In many cases, the designers are on the staff of the database administrators and may be assigned other staff responsibilities after the database design is completed. Database designers typically interact with each potential group of users and develop views of the database that meet the data and processing requirements of these groups. And whatever the view they implement, each view is then analyzed and integrated with the views of other groups. Means if I'm implementing something for college consists of a number of departments, maybe 7 to 8 departments. If I consider I'm implementing database for college, in the sense I should take the requirements from all the departments, from first department, second department. When I implement the database, it has to satisfy the requirements of all the database. Each database view, each database perspective has to satisfy when I implement and integrate everything. That I need to analyze being a database designer, or it is the duty of the database designer to analyze these all things. The final database design must be capable of supporting the requirements of all the user groups. Next, coming to end users. End users are the people whose jobs require access to the database for querying, updating, and generating the reports. Querying means if I want some data to retrieve, I will write one query. As I shown one query in the last video, select register number or course number from student, select name, roll number, address from student. It will give me that details. That is, I am writing the query to retrieve that particular data. Update, if I want to make any changes or modifications, I will update my tables in the database. Then I will generate a report. After inserting all the marks of the students, we will generate, or we will calculate the average. Later on, we will generate one report to show the performance of the students. That is report generation. There are several categories of end users: casual end users, naive or parametric end users, sophisticated end users, standalone users. What are casual end users? Casual end users occasionally access the database, but they may need different information each time whenever they will access. They use sophisticated database query language to specify their requests and are typically middle level or high level managers or other occasional browsers. The managers need the data occasionally. They will not access day to day. Daily they will not access. They will access weekly or bi-weekly. But whenever they will access, they need new information each time when they access. They don't want the old information. They need each new information when they will access. But they will access occasionally. But whenever they access, they need different information each time. Those are casual end users. For example, managers in the company. Naive or parametric end users. These users make up a sizable portion of the database. and their main job revolves around constantly querying and updating the database using standard types of queries and updates called canard transactions that have been carefully programmed and tested. The different tasks performed by these parametric end users or naive end users are bank tellers, check account balances and post withdrawals deposits, and reservation clerks for airlines, hotels, and car rental companies check availability for a given request and make the reservations. And clerks at receiving stations for shipping the company's center package identifications via some barcodes. These are some of the examples of these naive or parametric end users. Means they will perform the transactions very frequently, means, but they will access the sizable portion of the database, means some small amount of information even though they'll access, but they will constantly querying and updating the database. Next is sophisticated end users. Sophisticated end users include engineers, scientists, business analysts, and others who thoroughly familiarize with themselves with the facilities of the DBMS in order to implement their applications to meet their complex requirements. Means these people are very much thorough with database management system concepts, and they are familiarized themselves with the facilities of the DBMS provided, and using those applications they will implement their complex requirements. Those are sophisticated end users, nothing but engineers, scientists, business analysts, and other people who are thorough with DBMS facilities implement their applications. The next is standalone users. Standalone users maintain personal databases by using ready-made program packages that provide easy to use menu-based or graphic-based interfaces. An example is the user of a tax package that stores a variety of personal financial data for tax purposes. These users maintain their personal databases, but they will not implement by their own. They will use which is already available, means they will make use of ready-made program packages which provide easy or flexible to use, like menu-based or graphic-based interfaces. A typical DBMS provides multiple facilities to access a database. Naive end users need to learn very little about the facilities provided by the DBMS. They simply have to understand the user interfaces of the standard transactions designed and implemented for their use. Whereas casual users learn only few facilities that they may use repeatedly, and sophisticated users try to learn most of the DBMS facilities in order to achieve their complex requirements. Standalone users typically become very proficient in using a specific software package. This is all about end users and categories of end users. The next is system analysts. System analysts determine the needs of end users, especially naive or parametric, naive or it is not and naive or parametric users, and develop the specifications for canard transactions that meet these needs. In the sense, these system analysts analyze and determine the needs of the end users, and they will work according to that. They will work to meet the user requirements. Specifically, what kind of users? Parametric users, because they will access the database frequently. Application programmers. Application programmers implement, test, document, and maintain the programs that satisfy the specifications, whatever we mentioned above related to canard transactions. means should be familiar with the full range of capabilities. These system analysts or the application programmers should be familiar with full range of capabilities provided by the DBMS to accomplish their tasks. Next, coming to workers behind the scene. DBMS system designers or the implementers. These are the persons who design and implement the DBMS modules and interfaces as a software package. A DBMS is very complex software system that consists of many components or modules, including modules for implementing the catalog, processing the query language, processing the interface, accessing and buffering data, controlling concurrency. What is this controlling concurrency? We saw in the last video. And handling the data recovery. Data recovery, nothing but if we lost that data, we should recover that data back. Means we should get that data whatever we lost. Data recovery and security. These all tasks has to be done, or the workers who are behind the scene, nothing but database system designers or the implementers, works on these all tasks. Next, coming to tool developers. Tool developers design and implement the tools related to database management system software. The software packages that facilitate database modeling and design, database system design, and improved performance. Tools are optional packages that are often purchased separately. We can optionally purchase those separately. They include packages for database design, performance monitoring, natural language simulations, and they test the data generations. In many cases, independent software vendors develop and market these tools. For performance monitoring and creation of these graphical user interfaces for prototyping, they will implement the tool. Those people are called as tool developers. Prototyping is what, for example, I will develop and I will release some version. If there is any errors or if there is any mistakes, again we should recorrect that and we will release one more new version. That is the prototyping, we can say. Operators and maintenance personnel responsible for day-to-day operations of the system, and these operators are responsible for actual running and maintenance of the hardware and software environment for the database system, we can say. Although these categories of workers behind the scene are instrumental in making the database system available to end users, they typically do not use the database for their own purpose. They will implement the modules, they build the database, and they release those for the end users to use. They will not implement for their own purpose. Who? Workers behind the scene. This is all about the users, actors on the scene, workers behind the scene.